Welcome back to Story Highway, where every story reminds you that even the quietest voice can shake the world when it finally chooses to rise. Today's journey is about a girl who disappeared into silence and the truth she brought back with her. In a fog-covered village of northern Vermont, there lived a 16-year-old girl named Elara Hayes, a girl who had once been full of laughter, but suddenly stopped speaking one winter morning, and no one knew why. Not her teachers, not her parents, not even her best friend Jonah, who searched her eyes every day for an answer she never gave. People whispered that she was broken, that something inside her had snapped. But Elara felt something very different. She felt as if the world had become too loud, too fast, too demanding, and her silence was the only place she could still breathe. Every evening she walked to an abandoned train station, where a rusted bench sat under a flickering lamp, the one place where the world couldn't reach her. One night, Jonah followed her quietly, not to pry, but because he was scared for her, and what he found made him freeze. Elara was reading letters she had written to her future self, dozens of them, each one describing a fear she was terrified to say out loud. Fear of not being enough, fear of disappointing everyone, fear of failing even once. When she saw Jonah standing there, she didn't look away. Instead, she handed him the thickest letter, the one titled, "If I Disappear." Jonah read it slowly, tears running down his face as he realized that Elara wasn't silent because she was weak. She was silent because she had been carrying the weight of everyone's expectations alone for years. Without saying a word, Jonah sat beside her, holding her hand, and for the first time in months, Elara let her tears fall. And something inside her softened, because silence hadn't been her prison, it had been her shield, and now she wasn't alone behind it. The next morning, she whispered her first word in weeks. "Help." And that tiny whisper, trembling but honest, became the beginning of her return, not to who she used to be, but to who she was meant to become. Every story on this highway reminds you, strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper asking for help. If Elara's story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the next journey.